Sir, I have a question. Students always says that organic chemistry is nightmare for them. They dread studying organic chemistry. So, could you give me a few tips just to help our viewers to mastering in organic chemistry?
Oh, Sarita, I'm very passionate about teaching organic chemistry, and I'm more passionate learning organic chemistry. Do you know why? Organic chemistry is just like mathematics. The more you solve organic problems and the more you involve yourself in conversions, you really feel happy with the organic chemistry, right? So in organic chemistry, the questions are classified into number of segments, like there are name reactions, distinguish between pairs of organic compounds, there are word problems, they complete the following, and the conversions. If a student knows that this is what they have to study and focus for the examination, they can excel in organic chemistry. So what I advise the students to do is to write down all the name reactions in a Foolscape paper and file it. Similarly, write all the distinguishing pair of compounds and learn them. File it and then learn them. By doing this, they can score very well in organic units. Only 2 units we have: aldehydes and ketones, carboxylic acids, and amines. Organic chemistry should be learned with fun. Never get stressed learning organic chemistry. And you know, Sarita, these word problems, they always contain clues. If a student can identify the clues, they can trace forward and backward and get these compounds very easily. So why get stressed? Enjoy learning organic chemistry. That is my advice to the students over there. How did you study organic chemistry?
The same way, writing and learning. And I used to use the color pens for writing certain reactions, especially naming reactions. So
Correct.
whenever we turn the pages, it will just struck in our mind, right? It will
Yes.
just stick to our mind for a long time when we write with color pens. And what about the reasoning type questions, sir?
So reasoning type questions, basically they are of the application level. So one has to understand when the teacher is teaching in the class, and there is no other way of learning reasoning questions, because the teacher will definitely be asking questions, and then the teacher will elucidate the answer from the students, and therefore learning becomes thorough. No issues of the application questions. That's fun actually. Now, what tips would you offer our students in learning the physical chemistry units, and what kind of numericals can the students expect in the class 12 board exam? Yeah.
I advise the student viewers to have an understanding of the terms in all these chapters. In chapter electrochemistry, we should be knowing about the cell potential. Then in chapter kinetics, we should know about rate constant, molecularity of the reactions, order of the reaction. Then understanding the Nernst equation and solving the numericals based on it is the most important one in this chapter. Then in the chapter kinetics, usually we see questions based on first order kinetics. If the children could practice numericals on those type, I think children will be able to score 100% in these physical chemistry chapters.
Yeah, Deepa, I would further add that whenever they have to solve a numerical on Nernst equation, they must write the half reactions first: the anode reaction, cathode reaction, the overall reaction, and then solving problems on Nernst equation would become much more easier, is my advice to the students. And both in kinetics and electrochemistry, writing the unit is of paramount importance. So children, do not forget to write the units, because without units, the answer is incomplete. So I hope you understood what Deepa had advised all of you. Follow that, and I'm sure scoring 13 marks in physical chemistry is no big deal. So can you please share with our viewers how to study these two topics and what is very important in these two topics?
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
The first one is coordination chemistry or coordination compounds. That's the name of the chapter. When we check the coordination compounds chapter, the first thing that you should know, that is the IUPAC naming of coordination compounds. You should be able to identify the given coordination entity is a cationic one, anionic one, or a neutral one, and accordingly you have to name them. The second one is Werner's theory. And the third part that is very, very important, the two important theories, that is valence bond theory or VBT, crystal field theory or CFT. These two has paramount importance if you check this chapter. You have to go through this clearly and you should know that how to apply it. Crystal field splitting energy and the pairing energy. Again, these two very, very important terms, you must know this.
Correct.
Then come to the surface chemistry, especially the preparation of colloids, properties of colloids, and purification of colloids. All the three very, very important. Then Hardy-Schutz rule. Based on that, application level questions will be there. Which substance can be used as a good coagulating agent? What is flocculation or coagulation? All these are very, very important.
I think, Sarita, even there are many differences, questions based on differences. Physisorption, chemisorption,
Yes.
right? Adsorption, absorption,
Distinguish between questions.
emulsions and gel.
Yes.
I think these are very, theory-based questions. I don't think children really find it hard to study because they enjoy studying these things, because they like memorizing definitions and terms, etc. So surface chemistry is, by and large, students enjoy. There's no big difficulties as I see. So I think your tips on the coordination chemistry, I think it is quite interesting. And I hope our students benefit and they answer the questions well in the board examination, because without IUPAC name of a coordination compound, a question paper is incomplete. That's a fantastic tip that you gave them, really good. Well, I think we have covered all the areas, didn't we? We spoke about physical chemistry, we spoke about organic chemistry, we spoke about inorganic chemistry, and we shared a number of useful tips to our viewers. But both of you, that is Sarita and Deepa, it's not enough that students just work hard and teachers also teach well. I feel the parental involvement is also a very important factor in the students' achievement. What do you think? Isn't it?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Yeah, so both of you are parents. Now, when your daughter falls sick, what do? You take them to a doctor. The doctor will check and doctor will prescribe medicines, right? Now you all go to a pharmacy, you buy the medicines and you go home. But if you don't follow the prescription given by the doctor and religiously give the medicine to your child at the right time, do you think your child will recover from the illness?
Never.
Never. Same way, teachers are teaching, students are coming to school, but if parents don't support them at home, monitor them at home, I don't think their learning is complete. So parents must involve to some extent in the education of their kids. It's not just enough to send them to school and leave it to the teachers. Do you agree with that?
True.
So as parents, you do that when you visit a doctor, but you don't do that after a child comes home. So as parents, I feel you have to be a good motivator. You should encourage your children, and failure should not be taken so seriously that you reprimand them. Instead of that, you can always encourage them by saying, do well next time. So if parents can be very supportive at home, I think the students' performance will be much, much better. So I think we have shared good information with our viewers.
അപ്പോൾ ഇന്നത്തെ ഈ എപ്പിസോഡ് ഇവിടെ അവസാനിക്കുകയാണ്. കുട്ടികൾ, നിങ്ങൾക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും ഞങ്ങൾ പറഞ്ഞ ടിപ്സ് എല്ലാം ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു എന്ന് കരുതുന്നു. ഇത് ഒരു തുടക്കം മാത്രമാണ്. ഇനിയും ഞങ്ങളുടെ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് മറ്റു വിഷയങ്ങളിൽ വളരെ എക്സ്പേർട്ടായിട്ടുള്ള ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് വന്ന് ടിപ്സ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. ഇതുപോലെ ഇന്നിവിടെ നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടത് കെമിസ്ട്രിയാണ്. അടുത്ത എപ്പിസോഡുകളിൽ ഫിസിക്സ്, ബയോളജി ആൻഡ് മാത്തമാറ്റിക്സ് ഈ സബ്ജക്റ്റിലുള്ള ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് വന്ന് നിങ്ങളുമായിട്ട് എല്ലാ ടിപ്സുകളും ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. സോ യു വിൽ ബി ഏബിൾ ടു സ്കോർ ഗുഡ് മാർക്സ്. സോ സ്റ്റേ ട്യൂൺ വിത്ത് അസ്. ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ ഒന്നുകൂടെ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയിക്കാനുണ്ട്. ഈ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാം ഭവൻസ് മിഡിൽ ഈസ്റ്റും ജനം ടി വിയും ചേർന്നൊരുക്കുന്ന ഒരു പരിപാടിയാണ്. ഇതൊരു എഡ്യൂക്കേഷണൽ പ്രോഗ്രാമാണ്. ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ ഭവൻസ് മിഡിൽ ഈസ്റ്റ് ചെയർമാൻ മിസ്റ്റർ NK രാമചന്ദ്ര മേനോനോടും ജനം ടി വിയോടും ഞങ്ങൾ ഞങ്ങളുടെ നന്ദി അറിയിക്കുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു. നന്ദി.